I know we keep harping on the third quarters. What were the biggest miscues or issues that you
Turnovers, defensive breakdowns.
You're always very vocal when you have turnover issues because I know you take pride in taking care of the ball. What do you think was the main issue for you guys there tonight?
It was aggressive, took us out of our offense. Starting with me, I mean, I think they denied me like from off rip, and I got to get open some, help my teammates out.
On a positive note, VJ was able to shake off a really slow start and give you guys a lot tonight. What did that kind of say about him in terms of his mindset and resolve and things like that?
Yep, he stayed with it. He was frustrated early, but like he got fouled a couple of times, but he stayed with it and made some plays.
Jared also getting his first points since coming back. Just what do you hope to see out of him as he continues to reacclimate himself?
I just want him to keep being aggressive, keep being himself. Feel like he did a pretty good job being himself today. Got some threes up, got to catch and shoot three. I kicked out to him, I think. But it's going to take some time. And I think just keep like pushing confidence into him. You know what I mean? Just make him, remind him who he is, remind him what he does. And I think the more he plays on his knee and stuff like that, then he'll be better.
Offensively, you guys did enough in the fourth quarter to probably win that game, but just could not get the stops on the stretch. What do you think led to them scoring on you at the end of the game?
Shoot, I mean, we tried. It was like, you know how it goes. The ball didn't bounce our way a couple of times. Played really solid defense for a long time. Then they make a shot, or you know, we miss a three, and then they get like a leak out or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we fought extremely hard in that fourth quarter, and you exert a lot of energy when you have to come back down for 15 and get cut all the way to 3 or 2 or something like that.
Another back-to-back for you guys. I guess how do you just kind of prepare the body and get ready to go again tomorrow?
Same way we did for the last 5 or however many we've had.
Yeah, right.
Did you get whacked in the face or what happened?
I got hit in my head.
How are you feeling currently?
I'm alright. My shit go.
You know, on that note of the back-to-back, we don't know Joe's and Paul's status at this point for that game yet. And I know before the season you talked about playing to a standard no matter who's on the floor, but how eager are you to play with both of them, have both of them in the lineup with yourself and everybody else for the first time this season?
That'd be great.
Jared, we saw your reaction when that first shot went in. I guess could you just talk us through what was going through your mind to see one finally go down on this floor?
Yeah, it was just, pure joy. It was just nice to see a shot go in on the Sixers floor. My friends already sent me the picture of what I looked like. It was pretty funny, but just good to see one go down.
Was it almost like a sense of relief?
Was that?
It was almost like a sense of relief in a way.
A little bit, not really. I knew it was going to come when it needed to, but when a shot goes down, it's a very nice feeling.
Does that weigh on you at all when it's 4 games and 30-some minutes? Do you have to try not to let it?
Not really. I mean, no, I think it's just like you put in the work, it's going to show eventually. I just kind of knew. I just continue to have faith in myself, and I don't really worry about it too much. I know it's going to try to focus on more of the defensive side, what I can do on there, and then the offense is going to come. You're going to find the open shot one time. If you're in the game, the ball's going to find you some way. So I knew it was going to happen someday, sometime, and that's all it took.
Scoring aside, are there things about your mobility and some of the things you were able to do that you feel better about tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just like the move I did just to get to that shot, that's one of my favorite shots too, just a bump mid. And I think my leg felt great going that way, and still getting used to it a little bit, but I think it's definitely a great step, and just continuing trying to build off of it.
I think you got your first minutes with Tyrese. Sharing the floor with him tonight too. Just that was such a great combination last year. Just what are you most looking forward to about recapturing?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's an elite player, so anytime I could help him on the court, they were on him the whole time. So just anytime I can use it for spacing and just be there for him for a catch and shoot three, I'm excited to continue to play with him.
Your first half stint was, I think, the longest you've played in the NBA this year. I'm sure the Delaware stints prepared you for that to some degree, but just, I guess, how did you feel, and how much more of a rhythm did you feel like you were able to get through that?
Definitely. I think I felt great, being able to stay in a little bit longer, but I think just getting better at being able to be good in those short stints, it's being efficient in those short stints. I think it'll be great for this team and great for my minutes going forward.
How much have you, in trying to be aggressive on short stints, Paul's going through the same thing,
Yeah.
Paul's going through the same thing. How much do they help with that?
Oh, a lot. I mean, we talk about it. It's just like it's definitely a hard balance from trying to be aggressive on your own, trying to get back into the game and game shape, but also knowing what the team needs and knowing how to let the game come to you. So it's a balance that it's hard to get to, but you know that's what I'm here for. Trying to do my best on this team.
They've had a lot of big plays in fourth quarters, not just tonight, but in other games as well. Coach says he has kind of challenged you to maybe start some of them quicker. Loves your fourth quarter, but do you feel like you let the game come to you and then you just know the fourth quarter in big plays?
Yeah, I've been just having some slow starts. Something I'm just working on, to be honest. Just try to be aggressive from the jump. So yeah, it's just been a lot of slow starts, to be honest. But it's a long season ahead of us. A lot of games to be played, and just hopefully I just start the game off well, to be honest. So yeah.
Is there anything you think you're learning about how to shake those slow starts off? Because clearly you'd like to play better all four quarters, but you've been able to move past those to have the big second halves.
No. Still learning, to be honest. And it's just good to see one go through the rim. Everyone has a lot of energy early in the game. So it's probably gonna be a lot harder to score early in the game just because everyone's super fresh. But like I said, just stay aggressive. Don't defer, to be honest. Yeah, because I'm still trying to figure it out, to be honest. Promise you, if I had it figured out, there wouldn't have been no slow start. So yeah.
You guys had, I think it was 21 turnovers as a team tonight. They're obviously a very long and athletic team, and they can do that. But what do you think you guys could have done better on your end to prevent that?
We's careless, especially myself. Very careless with the ball tonight. So like I said, we just gotta be stronger. You're not gonna get calls every time. Even if it's a foul, you won't get a call every time. Ref's not perfect. And we're not perfect. So we just gotta play through it. Just be strong with the ball. Yeah, to be honest, just complete passes. That's the main thing. Just complete the passes. Be on the same page with your teammate.
You guys lost the Pistons a couple Sundays ago. Drummond said that you could tell how fatigued you were with all the back-to-backs. I guess. What do you think is the adjustment there to sort of get used to that type of scheduling and playing?
I'm trying, to be honest. I'm on the court, obviously, to play hard every given night. I'm young, so I should be able to do that. But it's a long game. You're playing against the best players in the world. And it's hard. It's hard. But like I said, I'm trying, to be honest. I'm trying. It's the main thing. I'm trying to get better at back-to-backs. And, I'm just trying to make winning plays every time down the floor on both ends, man. Just trying to make winning plays. And yeah, like I said, this is our, fourth, fifth back-to-back already? Fourth? It's tough. But like I say, I feel like we're gonna be good.
A lot of those turnovers came in the third quarter, which has obviously been tough for you guys all year. Why do you think that's been a consistent problem?
What, the third quarter slumps?
Yeah.
To be honest, we don't know. Probably, if we had it all figured out, like I said, there won't be no slow starts in third quarters. So we just gotta, stay on the same page, and keep playing hard. That's the main thing. We just gotta keep playing hard. It's gonna translate into the game, just our chemistry and stuff, as time go on. So it's still early in the year. But we definitely gonna pick it up. We definitely gonna have better third quarters. It just comes with energy too, gotta have more energy. From, myself, everyone else on the floor. We all just gotta have energy. Coming in the third quarter, that little 15-minute break. You can cool down quick in that, so just come out energy.
You did have that one play at the end of the second. You had that big dunk after Justin got that steal. It seemed to get you going. It seemed to also maybe energize the team. Did you feel that as well?
Yeah. But what, it was like a minute left in the second quarter. So I mean, we closed out the second quarter pretty well. Like I said, we closed out pretty well. So say got me going, definitely got me going. But maybe it could come earlier. Hopefully they came early in the first quarter where I could stay hot the whole game or just have a well-rounded, efficient game for myself. So, yeah.
I guess kind of just what happened in that third quarter that allowed Toronto to take control of the game.
Well, a lot of bad, right? A lot of bad. We started fouling right off the bat. I think they were in the bonus at 9:39 or something. It was a bad start, and then a bunch of turnovers. I think we turned it over 3 straight possessions and committed 3 or 4 straight fouls. Just set the tone for a really bad quarter.
I guess it was a high turnover game for you guys. Like, what do you think? Was there anything specifically that Toronto did that maybe caused that?
I mean, they certainly have some length, right? And but I just, I gotta look at it on tape. But for me, it was just we just weren't quite spaced where we should have been. Threw it kind of right into some denial lanes that if you move them up higher, they're probably not denial lanes anymore. Or if you back cut them out, somebody else come and replace. It's probably a pretty easy pass. That was most of it. I thought when we drove the ball, we stopped way too early before we got deeper in the paint. And that's kind of like you stop at the elbow and not putting enough pressure on them to make a decision with the big for the dump off or the kick out. We had a few, but we should have had more. And then we're kind of throwing those lobs back, and those are like shot clock killers and potential pick sixes, right? Which is too bad. I'm not. Again, I didn't think it was. I can give them credit because of their length and they got their hands on some balls, but I think we contributed to a lot of it. Yeah.
Nick, you guys have been very good on both ends in those 3-guard looks. Tonight, offensively, still worked. Defensively, bigger challenges.
Yep.
Their size notwithstanding, what do you think you guys could have done better to cope with that out of those looks?
Well, I got to look at it, but I think that you're talking offensively or defensively? Yeah, I mean, obviously they were trying to post the mismatch, right? And we had game planned what we were going to do against it. I really feel like we made a good double the first time, quickly pulled all the way over to the corner. I just don't think we rotated back out there fast enough. I think it was a really short rotation and we just didn't react quick enough, and that was kind of the killer. I think it was a 4-point game at the time. And then the second time down, we did rotate good, and they skipped it all the way across to the other side, which again, it's a pretty long hang time pass. Probably just the rotations. Guys were killing themselves out there. Probably a little tired to make some of those plays. I think they got us on a Pirtle roll too, and it just was like look tired looking play to me live. I got to look on the tape, but I think they really did a great job to get themselves back in it, and I really thought we had all the momentum, and then just a couple big plays like that kind of broke our back at the end. Yeah.
Notice early, do you have an inkling on Paul and Joel for tomorrow?
Not yet.
What was Jabari able to kind of find tonight?
Well, obviously he was really good on the glass, right? I think it was a lot of discussion on who was going to finish and all that kind of stuff as usual. But I think he I don't know what he had for numbers, but it sure felt like he had 5 offensive rebounds, 9 for the game. I think that was probably it. He was really, 9 rebounds in 23 minutes. I think that was probably it. And he had a couple putbacks as well. So he gave us some size on Barnes and Ingram as well.
VJ started 0-6, but I mean, he
Yep.
still ended up, having a big impact on this one. I guess what does that kind of say about his mentality and like resolve and things like that?
Yeah, again, glad he got into the game. It's a long game. He's got to, always stay aggressive. I'm pushing him to be more aggressive, open floor. He drives like he's got some openings to turn the Jets on, right? And I think we got some upside there coming with some of that stuff, right? But I think again he hangs in there. I thought he made some really good, in the good stretch defensively. He was in the middle of some of that stuff, knocking the ball away and coming up with them and all that stuff. But yeah, played pretty good.
I'm sorry, we got the news that Kelly's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. I guess without him, what are you kind of missing when he's on the floor?
Well, Kelly's had a great start to the year, right? Just kind of all over the place, and I think probably the biggest thing we're missing is his tenacity on defense and his willingness to take the challenge of a really good player quite often, most nights, for sure, right? And then again, I think he's also got some. He's got some scoring pop that can get us out of some scoring droughts sometimes with, some of his drives down the middle, left-hand pull-ups. And then, some nights he got the 3-ball going, and that's like the really good nights that he has from the scoring aspect. So miss all that stuff. Heavy minute guy too, right?
Yeah, you've long preached with Tyrese to be aggressive and stay aggressive. And in the first quarter, he did a really good job of leveraging his deep range to get into the driving lanes and whatnot. I guess when you see a quarter like that, is that kind of what you envision for him being at his most aggressive, or do you think he can get even further than that?
Yeah, but that was about as aggressive as he could be, I think. I mean, I think he was doing it all in the, at the start of the game, right? And I don't think that's near enough shot attempts for him tonight. I mean, obviously they were plugging and they're doing some late double teaming on him, certainly plugging the paint with some guys, and we didn't quite find some of those kickouts till like late, like in the fourth. You remember some of the ones where he sees the dud and he's just zipping it over to the nearest high slot guy, we call it, and that guy was banging some threes, and that's just the play because they're sending 2 at him. He was making a lot of good plays, and that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of double teams on him, and we got to make the right plays.
I'm going back to
Last question.
Jelly a little bit.
Yep.
Did you miss him on Brandon tonight?
Well, I think we missed him, right? I think so. I mean, it's a tough one. I think that we're probably going to have those 3 guards out there, right? So, one of them's going to end up on one of those 2 guys in a lineup like that. I'd love to go back and play those 2 possessions over and play him straight up and see if he's going to make the turnaround jumper or get fouled or whatever he does. And we knew it was coming. They play through him late, right? They go to a couple variety sets to get him the ball, it was close, man. I thought he looked pretty shaky getting those out of there, and I thought we had a good trap on him, but he got him out both times without us getting a piece of him. Yeah.